TDN at the station, entertainment, TDN gets the latest, TDN Africa Media, yeah.
On the way forward. Then members of the public will be told what the outcome is. So we pray for get a very acceptable outcome where we all will celebrate. So what's important is that we don't want to happen so ever happen again in the history of politics. Okay? Then Leone Rock Mining Company does sponsor Sierra Leone Premier League amidst the ongoing battle for the control of the rail and ports between Leone Rock and, of course, the Arise IIP. So we have to look into that. And we also will look at the fact, say, work permit fees, they increase. We are all for it because we feel SALONE for being a dumping ground. The Leone Stars gained victory over Somalia, 2-0 inside one international friendly match. All right, so these are the key things I want to talk about today. So now we'll go to Madam Diana for read for we the front pages of the newspapers in front of we. So stay fixed.
The Congo Times reports, in Morocco, bank governor highlights Sierra Leone's success stories. Premier League, now Leone Rock Premier League, a new era in Sierra Leone football. And the fourth session on face-to-face with China focuses on BRI. From the Congo Times, we now go to the Calabash. The Calabash on the front page, still tied to the SLPP, Gento quits politics for national development. And to consolidate bilateral ties, South Korea donates $200,000 equipment to Foreign Service Academy. Right to Access Information Commission wraps up workshop on regulations for information officers, MDAs, journalists, and non-state actors. And Rokel Commercial Bank customers reveal better lives due to better service delivery. From the Calabash, we now take the Voice of SALONE. The Voice of SALONE at Roundtable Dialogue, Chief Minister apologizes to APC. And also, politics is not my pathway, Gento affirms. And Finance Minister calls for urgent action to tackle rising inequality. Stella Bangura returns with third session of On the Spot with Stella. From the Voice of SALONE, we take the next paper, we're at the Modern series, and it says, we are determined to make agriculture attractive. That's a quotation, and they're quoting His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio as he launched the Feed SALONE project in Penjong. And HRSL joins Independent National Human Rights Commission to monitor Liberia election. And Slash pays courtesy call on the U.S. ambassador to Sierra Leone. Salone Compass gets China recolonizes Sierra Leone. And again, we have the story of South Korea donates equipment to foreign service. Focus 24/7, President Bio Clarion call takes root. Samoa Kamara questions legitimacy of SLPP government. Chinese ambassador holds fourth session of face-to-face with China. And the C4D media, Minister Salima Ba relentless pursuit for fair mobile tariff costs. A new era in Sierra Leone football as Sierra Leone Premier League, now Leone Rock Premier League. President Bio directives for disability sport desks unheeded by National Sport Authority. Headache causes, types and remedies. Okay. The Drone newspaper gets changing the narrative of journalism. Ex-Radio Democracy staff established Liberty Online TV. And fed up with the fighting and backstabbing, Gento bids farewell to politics. I say in Sierra Leone becoming, this is a question, is Sierra Leone becoming a Chinese colony? And inadequate electricity supply spells economic doom. The Night Watch, as dialogue ends today, handing over or rerun. Sierra Leoneans, I think, is the quotation. And again, you have the SLPP suffer Porsche regime, and they are quoting Dr. Is it? I don't think KKY. Well, you have to find out. You have a copy of the Night Watch newspaper. The A to Z newspaper gets on the front page. SLPL now Leone Rock. Okay. Ongoing political dialogue, a win not for government but for Sierra Leone, according to the Chief Minister. And with 30 million donation from Bill Gates, both districts to enjoy cutting-edge technology. And the final paper is the Independent Observer newspaper. It has on its front page, Bio launches Feed SALONE, Information Minister showcases Sierra Leone's religious tolerance. And former Tonkolili District Council Chairman, oh, that's a sad news, passes on. Okay, that's all on the front page of some of the local tabloids.
All right, so thank you so much, Diana, for going through the front pages. One of the key things that will come up at the front pages of many of the newspapers that we read, now the fact say Sierra Leone Premier League don't change to Leone Rock Premier League. So before we go into the merit of this, Diana, is this something that drives through your mind safely? In other words, are you surprised at this change? Sierra Leone Premier League to now Leone Rock Premier League?
Well, as situation you unfold in Sierra Leone, nothing will surprise you. Anything can happen.
Oh.
You go wake one morning and your reason don't change. So it's very important. You know, as it's so sad. It's a sad situation for Yeri today. But we see in a newspaper that the report say they don't change the name of the Premier League to the Europe Premier League. It's so unfortunate for them to get that thinking they whatever donation or whatever finance they want pour into the Premier League, nothing absolutely for changing the name of the Premier League.
Okay.
You know why Leone Rock Premier League? It is sponsored by Leone Rock. Well understood. Well understood. In a good sense, said it.
Not even 30% sponsored by Leone Rock actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a drop in the ocean. As far as their support is concerned, it's just a drop in the ocean. So for that be a reason for justify a change of name from the country, a own flagship name, Sierra Leone Premier League, to now Leone Rock Premier League, it is telling you that the Premier League we are talking about now is not about Sierra Leone, but Leone Rock.
Exactly. So
how can you justify that?
I don't know why they take that decision, and I don't know how the clubs them see that kind thing, you know, to them. How you go feel to them that they are playing in the Europe Premier League and not the Sierra Leone Premier League?
Oh yes, oh yes.
You know?
Oh yes. And
these are some of the things when people they criticize, when they don't like the people within the football fraternity. I know. You know, because it's really, you don't tell well at all. You go to Ghana and other countries, and they are so proud of their Premier League. So
when they will say the Premier League has been hijacked.
Of course. Well, we don't go say hijacked because a deal. They get a deal.
A deal, but how should that affect the name of the sports? So
who should we blame? The organizers of the Premier League.
Well, I will also blame the government if they are going to accept that. Because the government has the power to reverse it, say no. We are not going to accept this. But the justification here is that even now, the game for begin play on the 3rd of November, government still not put it 1 cent on the whole thing. 1 cent. Money, that's money. And you know how much the NRA boss they generate on a daily basis? Billions. Billions. So there's no justification for that as far as but we will talk more about this inside we main highlight, okay? Dr. Samuel Kamara questioned the legitimacy of the power government. This now where Dr. Samuel they talk about the opening of ceremony of the ongoing dialogue, where he say, well, we are negotiating with people who have no legitimacy. I mean, so that is the position of the APC. And when you go into set dialogue, you feel free, you're welcome for go with strong statements. Then after those statements, people have heard what you have said. You for now backtrack a little bit, soften the pedal for allow for dialogue. Because in the dialogue situation, you don't have it all, right? You get right to put all your points across. How they lock una cell, how they go intimidate una, even at the party office. I see Dr. Samuel, that's why they're not gone. Then Bobo, that's why they fight, God, boop, boop. The party are not gone. Can you imagine? So all of that not being called for, but it don't happen, right? So the rest of it is that we don't learn lessons, and we hope see next time with security personnel they don't behave in such an unprofessional manner at a very delicate moment when the election results were being tabulated. So it's like they cause a whole lot of confusion, knowing exactly what they were up to. What do you think, Diana?
Well, I think Dr. Samuel Kamara has said it before. During the press conference, he said he will accept the result and he will never accept the result. So for me, it's nothing new. We don't go emphasize that again. I'm saying the government is illegitimate.
Yes, I know. But after the dialogue, the language will change.
The dialogue they end today.
It end today, yeah.
So we wait for see
Yeah.
that after continue that same.
No, after the dialogue,
for change.
The language for change.
Yeah.
If we accept say yes, this person here, we don't do bad. We don't pass that.
Yeah.
But what is the don't do kind of Keller? I mean, no. What is the don't do some So therefore, things like this can happen. But then we've always think and say SALONE is the bigger picture, and that lessons learned should not be overwritten in the future. So this is a very serious matter. And so, but then the legitimacy of the president, of the current government, of course, is the other question, not only from the APC point of view, but even from the international community point of view. So I'll just say the outcome of this dialogue will create a new difference in the whole arrangement if the SLPP government accepts the terms put forward by the APC and of course the international community segment, because they are involved in all of this. By the opening, I saw the American ambassador, the EU ambassador, they were all there. So which means they are deeply interested in this process. We say bravo to the Peace and National Cohesion Commission, who we hope say they will continue for doing a good job. Stay neutral. That is how you attain peace. Stay neutral. Okay? You have to add anything there, please?
When we wait for see the outcome of the dialogue, I think every Sierra Leonean are very interested in that, the way forward.
Sure.
You know, one for say amicable solution towards the dialogue, and that the two parties, the APC and the SLPP, because as far as we know now, and the two parties.
Oh yes, of course. You're right. It's like the America, the American situation, the Democrats and the Republicans. So you can understand that.
It's just the same in Sierra Leone.
But theirs is progressive.
All the third forces there,
but theirs is progressive. You see year on progress.
Yeah.
But here you see year on retrogression.
Yeah.
So it's the reverse. Liberty Online TV established by former staff members of Radio Democracy, where out of whatever disgruntlement or whatever situation, they decided to resign from Radio Democracy, where they belong for a couple of years, and they don't rise for being outstanding presenters and all of that. And now they say, okay, no, we are not going to accept the new changes where the CC, they come into the administrative handling of the radio, and so therefore we don't see ourselves having a part in this. So they resigned. And then there was this rumor that they were going to set up a radio, but then there was also this other counter rumor that, these people, the way when they promote Nigerian democracy are not the same government will get a license for operating a radio station. No. So what we have seen now is that they have gone for the option of registering and operating an online television, because if you even we operate TDN, it is fully registered. It is fully registered. Otherwise, it will be classified as a clandestine media outlet. And so, Diana, Liberty Online TV established.
It's a good decision. Everybody can take a decision where they think say go paving way forward. So if they think say that the best decision that day for them, I think the three of them will resign. They're all part of this, because I saw the pictures on Facebook, and I see all the three of the former staff of Radio Democracy will resign after the appointment of the consultants. They are all part of this Liberty TV. I think everybody in life, you get to make a decision where you think say best suits you. So if that is the decision they will decide for, make and go from an online television, all I could say is that I wish them well.
Okay.
I just hope that they will have content, content where it will be of interest to Sierra Leoneans,
Yeah.
And
So you see, the reason we can say this because they were really personalities, so they were expecting not to go to any TV platform, but rather a radio station. What do you think would have caused the situation wherein, rather than going for a radio station, which people don't know them for, because even the former station manager, Madam Asma, they don't go open any online television. She went and opened a radio station for which she is known. And so if you are known for this, and then you left, and then you go set up another thing different from what TV Japan. Although that the same media field, but then it's a different platform.
Well, you can open an online radio, you can open an online television.
Oh, surely.
You know, but as you say, if you say for set up a radio station where you go through the Independent Media Commission, you go through NATCOM for frequency, out of experience, it can be challenging. You know, it can be challenging, especially the way how things they go right in a salon. The politics, it affects everybody. It affects everybody. We have been victims. I know people that don't go. Not IMC is a little bit flexible. I know if you say the people that get problem with IMC for go register an IMC, you know IMC therefore do all your registration process and finally send it to NATCOM. What's the problem can now with NATCOM? NATCOM is an institution where it's highly political. It's so political. You know, people that don't be victims where don't go there. They're not 30 days, over 2 years, they can't give them license to operate, frequency to operate.
Okay.
So I think say maybe I'm not saying that is the situation for them, whether they don't approach, they don't go through, because you have to go to IMC first before you finally go NATCOM. But for me, considering the fact as you say how they left 98, maybe that can be they don't consider all the factors that they say. If we say when they go through all that day, it will just go waste with them. So the best we can do, let's set up an online station. Okay. Maybe that is their own situation. I don't know. But I know say NATCOM is an institution that is political. You know the way how they do things. They need for look at themselves again and look at other countries like Ghana. See how radio and television station then at the country, then Nigeria and other parts of Africa, even Liberia. You know. The politics of that institution, they're too much.
So when you talk about the politics na NATCOM, and let's say now they call her NATCA.
Whatever they call her.
NATCA.
We're not interested in a new name. Because there's nothing we change about them, the way how they do things. If you don't say you're affiliated with SLPP, they will just say and APC people, they will know they give them frequency. And it's bad. We are media practitioners, we are journalists. Not take we name them for say because we like describe them, we are part of this political party. It's that is what is happening there.
It's like changing National Elections Commission to Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. You change the name and then nothing not change.
Exactly.
So for us, it's not about the name, it's about the modus operandi. So anyway, the long and short of it is that, like what Diana said, we wish them well, but I have my own thinking as to whether this is the right thing to do, especially when they think about, you know, a lot of other things, then income coming in, managing and sustaining the establishment and all that kind of thing. But we wish them well in the drive. But then something we happened recently in the democracy where Lawrence Kurma be under some kind of investigation. Dr. Spencer, we don't go first now radio, you don't go big on behalf of the management on behalf of the board and management to the IG and IG Sovula Fire Selu, sorry, Mrs. Sovula Fire Selu for say the investigation or the reports when they mention a name be quite unfair, be unprofessional, and then recently again we see the consultant himself, right, reading out a position by the management of Radio Democracy for inform the public say, then look further into the matter and see say the reports where we involved the name of the IG was one-sided and that it was unprofessional and that the institution don't take action against the journalists, a notable journalist for that matter, where don't contribute immensely, to the name where the democracy don't get to right now. A name now be a household name, now the Radio Democracy family. So whatever action, I think it could have stayed, at the level of suspension rather than, the kind of public disgrace what we don't see emanate. It's like my name being called for something unprofessional.
Well, so far for me, both the board and the management say for take responsibility. When this issue starts, when we get information exactly happened, I think before the IG they take this matter in court or IMC wherever, they will don't settle that issue there. You know, we not say yes. There are times journalists that we can make mistakes, definitely, and journalists are not going to be emotional in their reporting, which we will say we consider that reports will be somehow emotional, that your relative involved. That is what we are made to understand. So now make Bakute the way say take yourself out.
Yeah, exactly.
Make this report, give other person a report, and so you will be very objective in reporting. But for me, as the staff of a radio station, for the very first time something like that happened, I think the management for me they able to settle that thing. They not for me go to this extent where they reach to.
I know.
Honestly.
Okay. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Because simple. The moment that the IG reporter bring a car up, you not get me inside. For not telling them, I don't get
simple.
Simple. It was so simple.
They like to reply. They like to reply. But then now, the greater democracy, they still a big. But then we don't know what's in the main issue. Who is wrong and who is right? Who is wrong and who is right? It is possible that despite all these apologies, the IG must have been guilty as charged. I mean, not guilty. Because now we are deprived of the true sense of the whole thing. All what you know is that somebody has become a victim of reporting, quote-unquote, a one-sided story because he was also personally attached to the ownership of the land by way of being aligned to the family. So anyways, we all the analysis from this, but the way the matter was treated, for me is like you say, management should have treated it with immediacy for whole time, not going to, but just make it possible. Send another reporter, go on the ground, go get the man inside, go on the committee and present the right picture.
The IG are that difficult possibly. Of
course.
Become gentleman.
At least when we talk, say we try to get the IG inside and not talk to you are safe. You are safe also than we are all journalists. You are safe. If you say talk, you not talk, now your business. We don't go on with the story. Anyways. So, we'll go to the other issues then now. Mohammed Gento Kamara say politics, not in calling. And so therefore, as from today, he is no longer a politician.
Not today.
As from today.
I can't say today.
No, as from the day. As from the day where he make a declaration about 5 days ago or a week ago for saying he not mix no politics again. Let anybody look at my politics business in go vex. I mean, so that what that. So my manager say he is leaving politics a disappointed man. He's badly disappointed. He said even with your party, he said let me know that even with your party you get people who they backstab you. Yes. And my manager say the reason why make him come into politics is because he wants to create. You don't see how the management of the Freetown municipality they go. You don't see progress. You don't see beaucoup things that happen. So he gets your idea for revolutionize the outlook of the city. And the only way that would have been possible, the way he gets the mayorship of the Freetown municipality, and that he is confident. Said he win the election, but he says a Google.
Did you say that? I did not listen.
No, I was just. Well, I am just putting it in the ordinary interpretation.
But please, just say exactly what he said. He said.
As far as he's concerned, he win the election.
Really?
But he don't know how easy as I do where he lost.
Well, I think it's yes. It is for the calculation.
So what that means is that the election was rigged in favor of the mayor-elect. And that even though it's not categorically say, he get confidence saying that he win the election, that I make a fact.
Then he should challenge it. He should challenge it.
He should go to court, but no, he's not going to court. He's not going to court. Then he said, he don't have politics no more as a result. He said it was a big mistake. That they go inside politics because it's not an impact way. They can make it soon now when a career journalist them. Understand? We cannot find ourselves doing any other thing with all our hearts and minds without, if it is outside the media. We are career journalists, right? So Gento said politics was not his pathway, and so therefore it was a mistake that he went into it, and he went into politics with money.
Nobody cares.
Real money. He spent over 2 billion billions.
That's your problem.
Over 2 billion. Nana. If we get 1 billion, and they go to the doors on site for 1 week, I said, nobody, and they sleep. I take sleeping tablet. I said, nobody don't wake me.
If you mean they work
over 2 billion.
Gently and fairly money, you go know how to utilize it.
Over 2 billion, Diana.
And for go put up on politics. There's nothing wrong for going to politics.
Yeah.
But you have to get a second thought. Nobody, gentlemen is not adults. Nobody they go force you, put all your school say pauper, camp and politics.
Then you see,
even if they invite you, they show in the one for making group and politics. That time you give a 10% say, allow me for think over this again. You need for consult with a lot of people then. Engage. You don't really know the landscape, how you come in. But unfortunately, what you will see is just boom, boom, boom. As you Victorina Kamara, see Victorina interested in this mayorship. Then they not even the same week the first lady post Mohammed Gento mayor.
And from that time, they will not hear about Victorina.
Victorina again.
Victorina back out.
They just disappear.
All of the candidates they back out.
Yes.
I say, what? These are the first lady in candidates.
Yeah.
So another disappointment we're going to get, even they hope say, even if you never get the mayorship, at least they will make a minister of works, or like I said, if you get people that will be good at do all, they go campaign for her, when they go advocate for her. So you do not get all of that.
Well, even wait, I think President don't know.
But is it a ministerial material? Hello?
Well, I can't say. It all depends. If it pleases His Excellency.
Is it a ministerial material?
It should be patient. It must still be patient and wait. Maybe an appointment will come out for her.
Then the fact also is that he did not just come into politics with money, but he also used tribe and religion. Tribe and religion.
Exactly.
So one day, upline person will be mayor of Vito. We're not Sierra Leoneans. That is why I'm coming into this place.
Yeah, I think
to change the narrative. And they say, we Muslim there, we Baku past the Christians there. So if we're not Muslim, if I vote to me, I don't win.
So that was.
But he was highly condemned.
He got everything wrong.
He was highly condemned.
Yes, even the Muslim people are condemned.
Oh yes, he was condemned. He was condemned.
Everybody condemned him.
Yeah.
How is a message where go unite people?
So
there's nothing wrong for say you want for be mayor for aspire to be mayor. There's nothing wrong. Nobody know they are against.
Exactly.
But not how it's a message we go divide the nation.
So will you call
one thing we are happy about in Sierra Leone religious tolerance.
Completely.
Muslim and Christians. I go to mosques. And they put you know, so we don't enjoy that unity day for so long. Why we want to be just mayor of Freetown? You for count that kind of divided, rhetorics. It was really, I mean, I say, you know, think over them.
The other thing is that
everything.
The other thing is that Slash and other partners that organize, a kind of debate.
They said it was no.
Because English, they go talk there. It said Astagfirullah. It's not like that. It's not like that. I'm not coming there.
It not say because of like English show. It said I think we get in reservation about the organizer because Slash now the first organization. When you go talk now more, they pull a statement against Dandy.
Yes.
So it not be like that. But I don't like for that that because of the English language. He's a very intelligent person.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He went to university in the UK.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Because we see one recent English where we go out where the tenses or whatever we are sent in a jumpy manner. A mistake. Yeah. Oh my God. A mistake. In English language. The Queen's language.
It wasn't a mistake. There's nothing in life where you know the mistake one.
The Queen's language.
Yes. Nothing know the mistake one. Even the British man say the mistake for
I see.
So what are we? When we just the try for
then the filter to be connection as well. The music. Anyways, this now through Diaspora Network Africa Media. So please stay tuned, like what you are hearing, subscribe, and then share as widely as you can. Leon Rock Mining Company, they sponsor the Sierra Leone Premier League amidst the ongoing battle with Arise IIP for the control of the rail and ports facility. And Sierra Leone Football Association over the years began a struggle for get funds for support the Premier League. And the Premier League is so important that without it, the Leon Stars not were able for recruits useful players into the team. Because from the local matches they are, now there you see potentials, they pick up potentials. So if these local matches are not owned by the states, they are not supported by the states, then it already questions the seriousness of the states towards promoting football, whether a global thing where each country will compete for the highest stake in it. Unfortunately, SALONE with a down the ladder, and we don't seem to be kicking towards moving towards the heights where at least we will reach. So, Leon Rock, they sponsor the Premier League, where for start on the 3rd of November, next month, not too far again, no, the 3rd of November, with $80,000. $80,000, and this translates into 1.9 billion leos. It is the very first time, according to the Premier League, that a private entity is supporting the Premier League with this lump sum. And so, in appreciation of that, and the fact say the game they play, they start on the 3rd, and government now puts 98 into the coffers for saying this is our own contribution, which should have come at least 3 or 4 months before now, even for allow the manager for prepare, for put things in place, all of that kind of thing. So the league name has changed from Sierra Leone Premier League to Leon Rock Premier League. So this is already a very complex matter, because it is taking away something that is owned by us, by the state of Sierra Leone, and they are giving it to a mining, to a company, a foreign company, for that matter, a Chinese company, for that matter. For me, it is an insult. It is a slap on the faces of our leaders, including the president. A big slap on the face for allow such to happen. Under in watch the new direction, for that matter. Right? So for me, it is more than serious that we are having this situation. And of course, we have a new president or a new head of the Premier League, who is Victor Luis. He is also the founder of one of the popular football clubs in the country, although I am hearing about it. I'm not into sports, so I'm hearing it for the first time. Eastern Tiger Football Club in the East, and Victor Luis, a college journalist, a publisher of a newspaper. Of course, he don't get into sports for the last 20 years, so he has vast experience. And we at TDN, they wish him all the best. This is not the first time he's becoming the head of the Premier League. He will not be head of the Premier League before. So if anything, this is his second time. And he is the new president or chairman for the Premier League for the 2023-2024 football season. But what we, na TDN, they strongly question now the change of name from Sierra Leone Premier League to Leon Rock Premier League. And let me tell you something. The Premier League, their budgets for this year, because they have so much overhead costs to cover. They have so much overhead costs to cover. They have to pay they have to transfer monies into the account of the 18 teams that they take part by the Premier League. They have to reserve winners' payment. For instance, for the first time, Victor Luis announced the winner of the Premier League will get 500 million euros, and the team that comes second go get 250 million euros. It will not ever be in the running of Premier Leagues. Now, where they cannot win, now they go announce say that this will be give, which is bad. Because they can God say the money not going to forgive them. But now Victor Luis announced this. So in other words, 750 millions they go towards the payments of the winner prizes, first man and second man. But then Leon Rock, they support with $80,000, which is 1.9 billion euros. And waiting the Premier League need for the entire organization of the Premier League itself is 7.6 billion euros. Diana, 7.6 billion. Now the Premier League need for a successful league. And then Leon Rock don't give 1.9 billion euros, which, like I said earlier, is just a drop in the ocean. So, how comes now for this drop in the ocean, the league name change? Diana, are you following up?
Now, a big question where the only people who can answer now the Premier League board, because now they take the decision, now they sign the agreement with the company, Leon Rock, for that amount of money then. Whether maybe they don't assure them of more support, we know how.
No, of course, they don't, because they say this expenditure not be doing at their own plan of expenditure. And man, this money, the money when it come out from monies generated internally from our, you know, from us. Now, go ahead.
You know, so whether they don't think say that they do it this way for able for cajole the company for support for put more money, you know, or for support the entire Premier League, the 7 billion, we don't know the years.
7.6 billion.
7.6 billion. But whatever that they use, whether the Leon Rock want for the 100% support, nothing for change the
Absolutely.
Premier League.
Absolutely.
Ownership very important, as you don't emphasize.
Thank you.
We need for own the Premier League.
Yes.
From some people are not get interested against it for easy.
Can you imagine?
People not
Who's have to tell that?
You know, even because people there, like you can see how people are getting so excited for go watch the team there. The Premier League they play, let me go support the team there. But now for knowing that it has been changed completely to Leon, you will see some people that will lose interest.
Yes.
Because you know their ownership. People are not going to own them again. Say, oh, this is a mining company. They organize this company.
Because even the branding, all the football clubs, the 18 football clubs, then all the t-shirts, if you forget the branding, Leon Rock.
Yeah.
So not to say Leon Premier League, you know, Leon Rock Premier League, and you know, if Victor Luis say, in fact they get right for sue anybody to cut if the person call them, if the person call the league Sierra Leone Premier League, he said it.
What's in the mean?
Whether he was joking or not, but he said it that they can take anybody to court. If you mistake for calling Leon Rock Premier League, you call a Sierra Leone Premier League, they say na violation to them, which means they can go to court for that.
It didn't have the SLF.
Well, no, that's what Victor Luis said. That's what Victor Luis said. That's what Victor Luis said. And mind you, Sierra Leone Football Association also get for contribute towards the whole thing. But it's a shame, Diana, that up till now, the government has not released funds for the Premier League, Diana. It's a shame.
What did I go say, Mr. Gbenda? If the government not release funds, maybe they would not be in consultation with them.
Up to now, few days to the Premier League,
Let League come out and tell me what in government don't say.
Government not give them nothing. What
in government? They must say something, say, this is not the reason why we're not able to provide this amount of money.
In fact, for the 3 consecutive years, when the Premier League don't play, government funding don't go down rapidly. The first time they support the Premier League with 350 million. I start to regret it. And then it go down for the second year to 250. And then for the third year, it go down back. So it has been a frustrating situation for the Sierra Leone Football Association and the Premier League.
So the question for the Arsenal, how they plan for raise the other money?
Well, it's very important.
Because let them disclose to me how they plan. Because That amount, they can't take them anywhere.
And virtually say, they ask them, they say, if other money coming back, if you can't give money now, they say, if virtually say, they don't go take money now, any kind come in your hand. That's what virtually say. They say, they say, what if they want money, but then they don't go accept money from any kind of source no more, just like that. And meanwhile, the gap is still huge. Anyways, but what you want to say is that it is a shame and a slap on the faces of our leaders, including President Bio especially, that we can have a situation wherein Sierra Leone Premier League can be hijacked so recklessly. So recklessly. As far as I am concerned, the decision is crazy. Dana will disagree. I don't know.
Oh, I support you.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
I'm against that completely. For change the name from the Sierra Leone Premier League to how you call that? Leo
Premier League.
We don't ever call it Leo Premier League.
So which means the league is not owned by us anymore.
Exactly.
It is owned by Leo. So let Leo sponsor them. Exactly. And we then have to take Premier League to court.
Exactly. People are
for changing the name.
But
they have to take them to court for changing the name. Hey. So instead of them threatening to take somebody to court for calling it Sierra Leone Premier League instead of Leo Premier League, we can take them to court and even cause the Premier League to be suspended for now until this matter is resolved.
Exactly.
Because it is our pride. It is our pride that they want to take away, Diana. I will not support that. We can even demonstrate. We can demonstrate. All right, family. Don't forget to subscribe and share this. What you say, because not all of you go say this. Not all of you go say in the way it should be said.
The police they go say for arrest you.
Oh no, that would be a foolish move, Diana. It will be a foolish move, and it will be all over. It will be on BBC. It will be. No, I'm not inciting. Again, this is not politics. This is our sports. We want to take our pride away. We can demonstrate.
Even the sport they have politicized.
No, we can demonstrate peacefully. And I'll be happy to head such a demonstration, of course. I'll be happy that I have to lead lots of demonstrations in this country.
Yeah,
I have to lead. I have to lead. And of course, I know you will always be around. So, government and APC peace dialogue, they call it peace dialogue. They end today, Wednesday, the 18th of October 2023. At the opening ceremony, it was the expectation that President Bio was going to grace it. But President Bio was not there. He was busy with the World Food Day commemoration at Pujong, who said he go officially launch the Feed SALONE flagship program. And we are very much hopeful that with the kind of determination when the president they demonstrates by this Feed SALONE initiative, we will get there. And like I stated for the last program, it's easy to know whether we are there or not there. By way what we say, we look at this, the price don't go down. By way what we're going to say now, government they import less again from China, from Malaysia, Taiwan, Japan, and the other countries there. That is the only way possible. What was it say? Tomabon project, they become much more efficient and active. They got all what they need for produce as much less as possible. A situation wherein the police, the army, the fire force, the whatever other services where they get less supply, that those less supplies they are not coming from local sources rather than from outside, and people are making fortunes out of those costs. And the government is losing over $300 million on a yearly basis just for the scam, but yet the price of rice is just to go up and up and up. Now, if you don't get 700 and something thousand euros or 800,000 euros, you will not be able to buy a bag of rice, Diana.
That's the fact. You know, one bag of rice 750,000 euros. Some places they say for like 800,000.
Oh yes, it depends on the quality.
Transportation, from where they go.
You're right.
So we want to see a situation where we will sufficient rest in the country, where people will able to buy. You know, every Sierra Leonean for able to buy a bag of rice, you put it like us. You know, if not 200,000 for bag, I think say most people will afford that. And the rest million day. Now that amount
200,000.
200,000, 250,000 for bag meal. We want to see a return to the price of the again.
Okay.
You know, it go help a lot. You know, it go minimize most the cost.
Honestly speaking.
Right now, most people they don't reduce the couple for AIDS.
Oh yes, okay. Yeah. In fact, as a result of the current trend, SALONE is rating that the global human index don't go down. Now they say SALONE are the second poorest country in the world.
Can you imagine?
Right?
Yeah.
So that is very serious. By the way, during the
what they cook, when you eat, they say you don't eat.
Yes. During the opening ceremony of the dialogue, statements were made prominently by Dr. Kamara, where we had the government, the APC delegation, and the government headed by the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge. It says, Dr. Kamara, in your talk, he said, the SAPP do everything rather than empower for rig the election, which is why they don't accept the results and not recognize the government or President Bill. And they said we get a lot of victimization of APC members, that they host them on rallies, on the streets, at the party offices. They get a lot of intimidation. They even attack the APC party headquarters. Wise votes were being tabulated. Then they say there was a state capture. There was a state capture of the elections management entities, including the ECSL and the PPRC. And you also talk about the fact, say, control over state security in the hands of the government, and that the election was stolen, and that the government is illegitimate, and that even now these aggregated data are yet to be published. It makes statements where certain government functionaries they make on the eve of the dialogue, such as the one where the Speaker of Parliament they threaten, if APC MPs are not going to Parliament after the second sittings, they will lose their seats. Then Samar Kamara say that should not have been said on the eve of dialogue. Then according to Dr. Samar Kamara, continued arrest of opposition members. Understand? Then also importantly, the imposition, according to Dr. Samara, the imposition of an acting mayor that the Freetown City Council is all of that thing there should have waited until the outcome of the peace talks. Then for the Chief Minister, on behalf of the government, he said they were not forced to be part of the dialogue. They went there because they were supposed to be there. And that the government is very concerned about the peace and unity of the country, which is currently broken because the APC guys are not cooperating with the government, which is a mark of disunity. And he also talks the disaggregated data are out and that they are in the hands of everybody. And he referred to the RRF funds, where they belong to political parties, them as the disaggregated data where people they make noise about or people they talk about. That it is already in the hands of people, that they should not be asking for it anymore. Right? So he also talks the SAPP will negotiate within the ambit of the law, that they will not negotiate anything on anything where they outside what the law allow. That's what the Chief Minister said. And that the government will be very happy for seeing a good outcome of the dialogue, whereby APC will begin for fully corporate and governance. He said, as it is right now, the government is waiting for a successful outcome. Then, of course, for we as the people, the only thing we want to see is that the country has to move forward. The country has to move forward. The mere fact that both parties they don't choose to go on the table, it only means that they're not going to come out from that table without a solution by all means possible. So it's like the Lome Peace Accord. After all the fetch, the rebels they go sit down with the government and Lome for fairway for settle the war situation and bring up peace to the country. And it takes sincerity of purpose. So like when the Chief Minister they say they will not negotiate on anything outside the law. Sometimes you have to go outside the law for make things work out. Dana, what do you think?
If they're going to be this, and they now report back to the people of Sierra Leone. Anything where meaningful will benefit we will make, we know say there is they don't reach a point where they go able to work amicably together, when they go settle the problems they don't pass. Then it's just a waste of time. They waste the time of the stakeholders who don't come for can help them with this dialogue, and they waste resources of the country. So it will be a shame on them. But me, I hope that it will be that situation there, despite all the talk layout they talk now, you know. All my one show your own power, all my one for showing safe. So it's good that everybody they express themselves, but the chief minister now for the defense the electoral commission, but the RF form. I think what they're supposed to do now for the tell corner for putting itself together and make this disaggregated data available.
Exactly.
They know they defend and they tell people, they say the data that people they have.
Yes, because
to the
because if what the chief minister is saying that anything will go by,
exactly,
then it gets a lot of questions.
Exactly.
Because one, the RRF forms, they are not packed together.
At all, just
right? So you do not, it says do not a collation of all the RRF forms and come up with a disaggregated data. That is it.
Like yesterday, I will get a discussion with somebody. We'll talk about the district results when they be published.
Okay.
He say as the institution be able to remove them.
Okay, quick.
From years.
Okay.
So they find out there's plenty of overvoting at some areas.
Okay.
Now the east.
Okay.
There's so many overvoting. Say so now that's all it causes this problem. That's what they are for this.
Then also, Diana, if this chief minister wants us to go by the RRF form, how credible are those forms? Where, for example, Karine, the RRF form say SLPP get 9,000 votes. But when ECSA they announced the vote, they said 19,000 votes. They put one before the 9. It became 19,000 Ghana. Hello? So what is the chief minister saying, that we should go by the RRF forms?
Exactly.
And that we should not be accessed by disaggregated data? So you see, I spoke about sincerity of purpose.
Exactly.
Now look, I say, before they go by the dialogue proper, therefore establish and agree say things went wrong. Things went wrong. And one of the things that will go wrong are the fact say, up till now, we don't know whether the results where Mohamed Kone announced be available, or it just sit down and read. ABC, this, SLP, this, to avoid the runoff. I don't know. Maybe.
Just like where Gento is help they say the program.
Is it the program? Gento say the program. Gento.
Don't able give me all the figures there, so then Gento will able to make a conclusion, say no, that's
exactly. Even Gento is not happy. He's not happy. That's all the reason why he's leaving politics. Because of the way ECS and Twitter. He's not happy. He said he was demanding today. As far as because he won the election, but ECS decide for thief in votes.
Okay, well,
it's a serious matter.
Kone get a lot for do.
It's a serious matter.
For several from all letting there.
It's a serious matter. It's a serious matter. So now we'll deal with this one issue and then we'll close the program. Work permit, Diana, is a very crucial matter. If you are a foreign national, like you say now, let's say you get an international job to England, Ghana, Liberia, wherever, as long as you are a foreign national, you are supposed to pay a work permit. You are supposed to pay a work permit because you are going there to make money from the service where they get there. And you should have the legitimacy to go into that country and take job where a national of that country therefore don't take. So therefore you are duty bound to pay work permits. It's all over, not only in Sierra Leone or Africa. And so according to the new Minister of Labour and Industrial Relations, Mohamed Soiré, also, you remember me, I don't have time with those guys. Right? I don't have time with those guys. Right? So, he a first line of action where they take, because I think they are all under pressure for Fenway for raise revenue for the government. All the ministries, agencies, and departments, they are under pressure to raise money for the government. And so, as far as I'm concerned, one of the ways that they look at now for increase the work permits in line with what happen in other countries in Africa in general. So, according to them, it's what they pay right now as work permits now about 6,250,000. All the foreigners the way they come to the country, 6,250,000.
The total amount, is that the total
6 million, yes, for the year. For one person.
For one person?
Yeah, 6,250,000 per year. Right? And it can say, when he be there in Liberia 13 years ago, a company will be employed, they pay for him $1,000 for a year as work permit. If you check what's at $1,000 now, it gives you about 20 million or so, right? So it said this amount where the foreigners in the pay of country is ridiculous and unacceptable, and that it is the lowest you can think about in the region. The lowest. So it said for the first thing what they do, now make sure say he regularize this one, and that he don't prepare a paper where he don't present to cabinet for consideration for increase the work permit. They ask them to how much, he not state any figure. But me, as an individual, I will suggest $2,500. What do you think, Diana? $2,500 for work permit. So you not have all those Chinese guys, those Lebanese guys, those Indian guys, coming to sell in shops, coming to work the way that Sierra Leone has to do, coming for can drive tractor, or for can do the things that where Sierra Leoneans can do. So you have to make the stake high, so you make it difficult for them, all kind Jack and Jill, with all kind skill, just come to the country as a dumping ground. So $2,500, I think, go fine for me.
Well, it's they will look at them and see how they will tag the amount they go tag.
Okay.
But in the first place, they get all they get the figures of the amount of people already in Australia. So
well, that is a big challenge, because as far as we're concerned, with immigration system very, very weak.
Exactly.
A very, very weak. And of course, we all say, even the government, you can see, we got over 500 illegal crossing points into the country. Over 500. My head is see foreign at the country inside this year. Next year, if they become a Sierra Leonean and even go take part of the election.
You get passport too.
Yes.
National passport.
Can you imagine?
So I think the first thing they need for doing now for able to know the amount of
you're right.
in the country where they work.
In other words, was tempting.
I don't travel 1 year, and the back of the plane now. So India is we go Kenya, they not do. They go Ghana, they not do. They outside the land.
SALONE. Dumping ground. So we support. So then you buy the idea, right?
Most of the Indian shops there, because I don't say all the target now are the companies there. The mining companies there and the other companies there. They're not the target there. Most of the shops they go take the people.
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
Instead of the employees Sierra Leoneans, they prefer they go take them from India.
It's serious. It's a serious matter. So yeah, you even get Sierra Leoneans them when they go and go face a foreigner. So they don't believe they don't bother them anymore.
No,
right? That even if you go to some hotels, you have Filipinos who are managing those hotels.
Yes, hotels
Right? So it's a very serious matter. If they are paying so low, because when they are comparing how much they are paying in Ghana, how much they are paying in Liberia, how much they are paying, so they prefer to bring in their people in Sierra Leone, because like I say, one low plane, the back of a flopping with Indians there. So now the kind of dumping ground, the dumping ground situation should be avoided, so and we go say $2,000, $2,500 go be fine, or $2,000 maximum. So the question I say, the minister there on the right trajectory, and we at TDN, they fully support her, and we will follow this, and we hope say it will take effect soonest.
Yeah.
maybe January
So it can be
2024.
for supporters.
Yes, let's take effect January at least. So they will prepare the minds of the, because it doesn't have to be automatic.
Yeah.
Even the NGO workers there, whether they have international NGOs, we are seeing a lot of them in this country. And the good thing is that it is not them who are going to pay the money. It is the organizations. So $2,500, I think, Mr. Minister, go for it. You have our support. So let's close the program here.
Well, with that, we say thank you to you and join me. We go there on Friday for the last edition for this week. Join me again on Friday. Till then, have a blessed day. And
Mina Professor Gbenda, we hope for get a very, 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 very good response or good feedback from the ongoing dialogue. And tomorrow, one for Bigiyeri, from Dr. Sahr Kamara, from the Chief Minister, on various radio stations, what's the outcome, and now begin CC, the APC MPs are going back to Parliament, and then that acting mayor and the Freetown City Council, and he say, as my mayor council, it escaped. It's harmful. So they are like they prepare one term. And then all the other councillors, then I say they prepare for go back to their offices. I wonder what to be the fate of Mohamed Mangura and the other guys who have already been officially suspended from the APC.
What do you want for it?
Well, okay, it's a wait and see matter.
It's a wait and see.
Okay, no problem. Well, thank you so much to technical man, Brother Tijan. Thank you to every team member of TDN, and special regards go to the CEO. Till then, we say tata. Don't forget for following, subscribe, and like. Okay? Cheers.